What's up, y'all? And today we finna do a motherfucking challenge, and I'm gonna introduce her because y'all know it's my girlfriend. Period.
We are learning more about two women shot and killed in a North Huntsville apartment complex. Police actively hunting for that killer.
Wait 31's Maddie McCaffrey joins us live from Bonnell Drive this afternoon. And Maddie, you've spent the day talking with a lot of people who knew the victims.
Yes, Marie, throughout the day, a lot of people have told me that they're still in shock about the tragic homicide that happened Tuesday that took the lives of the two women, Deja Morris and Sequoiya Lamar.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Destiny, and most people know me by Baby D. To know Deja is to love her. That's
In August 2023, gunshots shattered the morning quiet of a Huntsville, Alabama neighborhood. Inside a modest home on Bonnell Drive, police discovered a devastating scene. Two young women, beloved TikTok personalities Sequoiya Mone'e Lamar, 20, and Deja Monique Morris, 24, both shot multiple times. Their deaths shocked thousands of followers who had come to know the couple through heartfelt videos showcasing their authentic relationship. But what many didn't realize was that just yards away lived the person who would end their lives. A neighbor whose resentment had turned deadly over something as trivial as a dispute about tires. This is a story of how digital fame collided with real-world danger, and how two women who shared their love with the world became victims of a violence they never saw coming. If you find this story compelling, please consider hitting the subscribe button and giving this video a like. Your support helps us continue bringing these important stories to light, ensuring victims are remembered for their lives rather than just their deaths. Sequoiya and Deja had captured the hearts of TikTok users through their unfiltered glimpse into genuine love. Unlike many content creators who relied on elaborate productions or trending challenges, this couple's appeal stemmed from something far more rare in the digital landscape: authenticity. Their videos range from playful dance routines to intimate conversations about trust and communication, each garnering thousands, sometimes millions of views. What resonated most with followers was the unmistakable joy they found in each other's presence, transforming even mundane activities into moments worth sharing. Sequoiya, described by those who knew her as vibrant and magnetic, brought an infectious energy to their content. Her mother, Micah King, would later tell reporters that her daughter had always been someone who uplifted others, a quality evident in her online persona. Deja, the more reserved of the pair, complimented Sequoiya's exuberance with thoughtful insights and a steady presence. Her brother, Dantes Morris, considered her the shining star of our family, noting how her quiet brilliance became apparent whenever she stepped in front of the camera. Their path to TikTok fame began organically. Starting as roommates, viewers watched as their friendship evolved into romance, creating an invested audience who felt part of their journey. Their modest Huntsville home became a familiar backdrop: the distinctive blue couch where they filmed Q&A sessions, the small kitchen where they prepared meals together, the backyard where they hosted gatherings with friends. Through these glimpses into their daily lives, they inadvertently became ambassadors for their community, often highlighting local businesses and events. Fans frequently commented on Deja's adoring glances at Sequoiya, noting how their interactions rekindle belief in genuine connection. "You can just tell their love is real," wrote one follower in a comment that echoed the sentiment of many. This perception of authenticity fueled their growing popularity, distinguishing them from influencers who crafted content solely for metrics rather than meaning. If you're finding value in this story, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more thoughtfully researched true crime content. As Sequoiya and Deja shared their life on Bonnell Drive with thousands of followers, they remained unaware of the danger developing just steps away. Tye Deshun Stevens, 23, lived in the same neighborhood but inhabited a starkly different world. Born April 16, 2000, Stevens maintained a low profile that contrasted sharply with the couple's public visibility. Public records revealed little about his life. His education, employment, and family connections remained largely unknown to those around him. This obscurity created an enigmatic presence in the neighborhood. While Sequoiya and Deja built connections both online and off, Stevens appeared to value privacy and solitude. Police reports would later show minor infractions on his record, such as driving without insurance, but nothing suggesting a capacity for violence. The physical proximity between Stevens and the TikTok couple meant he likely witnessed their daily activities, filming content in their yard, receiving visitors as their popularity grew, hearing their voices as they created videos. As their online presence expanded, so did their real-world visibility, with friends, fans, and fellow creators visiting their home, increasing activity in the typically quiet neighborhood. For someone who preferred seclusion, this shift in the neighborhood dynamic may have created underlying tension. Investigators would later discover that what appeared to be a trivial dispute over tires became the catalyst for the fatal confrontation. Witness statements describe hearing Ray's voices followed by gunshots, suggesting an argument that escalated far beyond reason. The contrast between the couple's online portrayal of joy and the offline reality of neighborhood conflict raises questions about how much of their daily challenges they chose to share. Like many social media personalities, they curated their content to emphasize happiness, likely omitting any mention of disputes or concerns that didn't fit their positive narrative. Behavioral analysts who examined the case suggested that the couple's public displays of affection, success, and growing fame might have affected Stevens in ways that intensified over time. The constant visibility of their bond, both online and in their shared neighborhood, could have created a psychological pressure point for someone leading a more solitary existence. As their TikTok following grew, Sequoiya and Tye incorporated more of their home environment into their content, cooking in their kitchen, relaxing on their blue couch, enjoying their backyard. These glimpses into their domestic life, while forging connections with fans, inadvertently revealed their routines and vulnerabilities. From his nearby vantage point, Stevens could observe the contrast between their public persona and private moments, witnessing the times when cameras were on and off. This insider perspective, combined with whatever personal grievances had developed, created a dangerous foundation. The couple's openness, the very quality that endeared them to thousands, left them physically vulnerable to a neighbor whose intentions would turn deadly. If you're finding this story important, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue our work examining these complex cases. On the morning of August 29, 2023, Huntsville awoke to a day that will be marked by profound loss. Sequoiya and Tye began their day in their Bonnell Drive home, engaging in their usual routines, unaware of the impending tragedy. At approximately 10:29 a.m., the Huntsville Police Department received urgent calls reporting gunshots in the area. Officers responded swiftly, arriving at the scene within minutes, only to discover a heartbreaking scene. Inside the residence, they found Sequoiya and Tye, both victims of multiple gunshot wounds. The Madison County coroner, Dr. Tyler Berryhill, later confirmed the cause of death, describing the attack as extraordinary in its intensity. A total of 13 shots had been fired between the two victims, a number that painted a chilling picture of a deliberate, calculated assault rather than a moment of impulse. One investigator noted that the sheer volume of shots suggested a level of determination that was deeply troubling, pointing to a focused intent behind the violence. As officers secured the crime scene, they began the meticulous process of evidence collection. Shell casings were carefully documented, entry and exit points were mapped, and photographs were taken to preserve the scene's integrity. This methodical approach underscored the gravity of the situation, a double homicide demanding thorough investigation. Neighbors provided crucial context, reporting an argument preceding the gunshots, with Ray's voices signaling a dispute that had reached a breaking point. Witnesses identified the conflict as centering on tires, a seemingly trivial matter that had escalated into catastrophic violence. This surface-level disagreement prompted investigators to probe deeper, questioning whether underlying resentments, possibly fueled by the couple's public success, contributed to the hostility. Given the couple's prominent online presence and Stevens' likely awareness of their digital fame, authorities considered whether their visibility played a role in the escalating tensions. A digital media analyst commenting on similar cases observed that social media can complicate real-world relationships, where visible success or lifestyle differences can amplify existing grievances. Law enforcement moved quickly to identify a suspect. Based on witness accounts and preliminary evidence, They issued a BOLO alert for a silver vehicle linked to Tye Deshun Stevens, who was seen fleeing the scene shortly after the shooting. Surveillance footage from nearby properties captured a figure matching Stevens' description, reinforcing witness statements and aligning with physical evidence. The Huntsville Police Department deployed SWAT teams and executed search warrants to secure the area and preserve evidence, ensuring public safety during the critical early hours. Officers continued interviewing neighbors, piecing together a timeline that confirmed the attack's nature, rooted in the suspect's proximity and prior interactions with the victims. The Huntsville community was left reeling, grappling with shock and sorrow. Neighbors who knew Sequoiya and Tye described him as warm and kind, struggling to comprehend how a minor dispute could lead to such brutality. One resident expressed disbelief. These were lovely young women, always smiling, always approachable. How could anyone do this to them? If you appreciate our in-depth coverage of these important cases, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for similar content. The tragedy's impact rippled beyond Bonal Drive, reaching the digital realm where the couple's TikTok videos became spaces for collective mourning. Once filled with lighthearted comments and admiration, their posts now hosted condolences and expressions of disbelief, highlighting the jarring contrast between their joyful content and the violent reality of their deaths. Fans, many of whom had never met the couple in person, felt a profound sense of loss, a testament to the genuine connection Sequoiya and Tye had fostered through their authentic presence. As news spread, police confirmed that Stevens had fled immediately after the shooting, a move that suggested consciousness of guilt. A manhunt was launched involving local police and eventually federal resources as authorities worked tirelessly to apprehend the suspect. For the families, the day brought unbearable news. Sequoiya King, Sequoiya's mother, and Dante's Morris, Tye's brother, spoke later of the devastating moment they learned their loved ones, women who had brought joy to countless lives to their online platform, had been taken in an act of senseless violence. The Huntsville Police Department's Major Crimes Unit spearheaded an intensive investigation, with Stevens' capture as a top priority. Forensic teams worked diligently at the Bonal Drive crime scene, collecting and analyzing evidence with precision. Shell casings underwent ballistic testing, later proving critical in linking the weapon to the suspect. Bullet trajectories and blood patterns provided a grim reconstruction of the attack's progression, offering investigators a clear narrative of the violence. DNA and fingerprint analysis conducted with strict adherence to chain of custody protocols added further weight to the case, ensuring evidence will withstand legal scrutiny. Witness statements were pivotal, with neighbors who heard the argument and gunshots helping to establish a timeline. Some had seen Stevens near the scene before and after the incident, while others recalled prior interactions that hinted at a deteriorating relationship with the couple. Digital evidence, including surveillance footage showing a figure matching Stevens' description fleeing in a silver vehicle, corroborated these accounts and aligned with physical findings. The Huntsville Police Department issued a regional BOLO for Stevens' vehicle, alerting law enforcement across the area to remain vigilant. As Stevens remained at large, the search expanded beyond Huntsville, involving state agencies and the U.S. Marshal Service Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force, a specialized unit adept at tracking fugitives across jurisdictions. Search warrants on Stevens' property and potential hideouts provided insights into his background and possible locations, with each site meticulously processed for evidence. On September 6, 2023, 8 days after the murders, authorities located Stevens in Anniston, Alabama, roughly 100 miles from Huntsville. The collaborative efforts of local police and the U.S. Marshal Service led to his arrest without incident, marking the end of the manhunt phase. Stevens was transported to Madison County Jail, where prosecutors promptly filed 2 counts of capital murder for the deaths of Sequoiya Lamar and Tye Morris. The charges reflected the premeditated nature of the crime and the involvement of multiple victims. Given the severity of capital murder under Alabama law, Stevens was denied bail during initial court appearances, ensuring he remained in custody. If you're finding this case analysis valuable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thorough examinations of similar cases. Prosecutors built a robust case, drawing on forensic evidence, witness testimonies, digital records, and circumstantial factors to create a comprehensive picture of Stevens' actions before, during, and after the shootings. Defense attorneys filed motions challenging evidence admissibility and requested a change of venue due to extensive media coverage. But the compelling evidence against Stevens held firm. A Madison County grand jury indicted him on the capital murder charges, advancing the case toward a high-profile trial. For the families, Stevens' arrest was a critical step toward justice, though it could not erase their loss. Micah King describes Sequoiya as a vibrant soul whose presence uplifted those around her, while Dantes Morris spoke of Deasia as the family star. Their grief, compounded by the crime's senselessness, underscored their desire for the women to be remembered for their lives, not just their tragic end. A family spokesperson emphasized the importance of celebrating their vibrant personalities rather than reducing them to victims in a headline. The Huntsville community responded with collective mourning, organizing vigils that brought together neighbors, friends, and online followers who knew the couple through their videos. These gatherings honored Sequoiya and Deasia's memory while fostering communal healing. A GoFundMe campaign launched by Sequoia's family supported funeral expenses and served as a digital tribute, with supporters sharing memories and condolences that extended beyond physical memorials. Online, Sequoiya and Deasia's legacy endures in profound ways. Their TikTok accounts, once platforms for joy and connection, have become digital memorials where fans continue to leave messages months after their deaths. Videos once filled with comments about relationship goals now carry reflections on life's fragility, highlighting the enduring impact of their work. This digital afterlife underscores a modern reality for content creators. Their content often outlives them, creating a complex legacy that continues to resonate. The tragedy has sparked broader discussions about the vulnerabilities faced by social media personalities. The visibility that fueled Sequoiya and Deasia's success also exposed their routines and locations, a risk highlighted by safety organizations advocating for stronger privacy boundaries. Thank you for watching this account of Sequoiya Lamar and Deasia Morris. If you found this video informative, please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support allows us to continue bringing these important stories to light, ensuring that victims are remembered for their lives rather than just their deaths. Before you go, check out our specially curated true crime stories playlist linked in the description. These compelling stories offer important insights into the intersection of digital fame and personal safety that everyone should understand.